Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we've got a really interesting one for you. This is a diversified therapeutics company. The name is 180 Life Sciences, and I'm really excited to talk about their business model for a number of reasons we're going to lay out in today's presentation. Now before we get into it, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a big help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join. And let me know in the comment section below if you've heard of 180 Life Sciences before, how you think they stack up to some of the other players in this space, and a current price target if you have one. Now with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be focusing on 180 Life Sciences Corp. Now this is a super exciting company in the therapeutic space. They trade on the NASDAQ in the United States under the ticker ATNF. We've got a lot to talk about in today's video, but before we do, I wanted to take a quick look at the charts. And if we go back to the start of February, you can see that 180 Life was trading above $3.50. So they have pulled back considerably over the last 6 months, and this may be presenting a great buying opportunity as you can now pick up a much larger number of shares for the same dollar input or investment in this organization. So at its core, 180 Life Sciences is really focused on helping patients escape the confines of inflammatory diseases, so their scientific breakthroughs will soon free patients from one of the world's largest drivers of disease, which is inflammation. Now, if we continue to scroll down under the who we are, you can see their company pipeline consists of 3 families of drugs under development for treating distinct inflammatory diseases. So you're getting a diversified portfolio of intellectual property, and these programs are led by world-class scientists at prestigious universities who've already developed blockbuster drugs and made groundbreaking discoveries in their respective fields. So Mark Feldman, who is responsible for the discovery of the anti-TNF drug class, which is now the largest drug class globally, and Larry Steinman, just to name a few, who are highly acclaimed in the industry. And you can see their lead program focuses on early stage Dupuytren's disease or contracture, which currently affects approximately 12.7 million individuals in the United States, 17.2 million in the EU, and an additional 2.6 million individuals in the United Kingdom. So it's really the size of this market and the fact that there's no alternative treatment for early stage Dupuytren's disease that makes this a standout organization. Now, in terms of where they're at in the development cycle, the Phase IIb trial met its primary endpoint of nodule hardness and secondary endpoint of nodule size with statistical significance. Also worth noting, these clinical trials have been funded by grants, and there were no treatment-related serious adverse events in the trial. So extremely promising, and again, a massive market opportunity, or TAM, total addressable market, that they're really focusing on. And this is really a good visual of those targeted 3 drug families. You can see the TNF clinical focused on fibrosis and anti-TNF, with Dupuytren's contracture, frozen shoulder, post-operative cognitive decline or POCD, and liver fibrosis within that family. They've got SCA or synthetic CBD analogs. So in that family, you're looking at early arthritis, pain, obesity, and weight loss, which is another massive market opportunity, especially here in North America. And then their TNF preclinical focused on an orally available anti-inflammatory pill and includes ulcerative colitis and other inflammatory indications. So with that being said, and now that we have a general understanding of what 180 Life Sciences is all about, I wanted to jump into the investor presentation and walk you guys through this business in a little bit more detail. So as you can see on the overview slide here, the first point is really that robust intellectual property or IP portfolio and massive market potential that we identified with both Dupuytren's and obesity. And you can see they have 24 granted patents with an additional 33 filed patent applications. Now on top of that, you've got numerous or multiple near-term catalysts. So on the anti-TNF program front, they're expecting to initiate their Phase II trial in Q3 or Q4 of this year. And with POCD, they're actually expecting initial data within Q3 of 2025. They've also got their SCA or synthetic CBD analog programs that are currently undergoing validation and a planned toxicity study. Now, the third point here really talks about that experienced team that is looked at as scientific pioneers and the board of directors at 180 Life Sciences. The pioneers have over 100 years of combined discovery and clinical experience. The board is seasoned and diverse, with executives that bring a broad or wide skill set to the team. And the senior management team has experience in the operations of large and small life sciences companies, which really as a package is exactly what you want to see from the leaders and the board of directors at any company you're investing in. Now, the next slide I wanted to take a look at is their drug development pipeline. So you can see the three different families laid out on the left here: fibrosis and anti-TNF, synthetic CBD analogs, and their nicotine receptor family, and then the various indications and stages of development listed on the right. So again, the key here, you guys, is you're getting a diverse portfolio of intellectual property with a variety of different indications and addressable markets. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for 180 Life Sciences. So if you look within the fibrosis and anti-TNF therapeutics family and the lead clinical indications within this family, your Dupuytren's contracture, frozen shoulder, and POCD. Now, all three conditions are primarily driven by a pro-inflammatory protein called tumor necrosis factor, or TNF. And what's key here is there's currently no treatment options available that target and prevent early stage fibrosis of the hand, as you can see in the case of Dupuytren's contracture. Now, they're also focused on treating early stage fibrosis, which can halt disease progression, and have had those significant clinical results already coming back. Now, earlier we talked about the leadership team and board of directors at 180 Life Sciences, so this slide really gives you a face to a lot of those names. You can see Professor Mark Feldman, who's the executive co-chairman and co-founder, listed under Oxford University, and then Professor Lawrence Steinman, again executive co-chairman and co-founder from Stanford University. So some extremely reputable organizations and really a world-renowned team that they brought together at 180 Life Sciences. Now, what I really like about this investor presentation is they give some great details about the various different steps or stages of each one of these therapeutic families. So here you can see the Phase IIb study in patients with Dupuytren's contracture and the process, description, and results that were associated with this trial. So I would definitely encourage you guys, especially if you're looking to make an investment in 180 Life Sciences, to dig into the investor presentation, again available on the company website, which I've linked in the video description below. Do some due diligence of your own and take advantage of the information that 180 Life Sciences has made available. And I thought this slide here was super interesting, again, to really hit home the fact of how prevalent Dupuytren's contracture really is. And between just the United States, United Kingdom, and the EU, you're looking at approximately 32.5 million individuals. Now, the next slide here gives some really good information about some of the additional near-term anti-TNF indications or conditions. So you've got post-operative delirium or cognitive deficit, known as POCD. And in the United States alone, you're looking at over 300,000 hip fractures each and every year. On the other side of the screen, you've got frozen shoulder, which affects about 9% of the population between age 25 and 64. And currently, the only treatment for early stage frozen shoulder is local steroid injection for short-term relief. So again, some really great opportunities to help a ton of people or patients that are suffering from these conditions. Now, they've also got their synthetic CBD analog for pain and inflammation family. They lay out some of the benefits compared to traditional medical cannabis or over-the-counter CBD. And this one's really exciting as it's safe, it's non-psychoactive, and some of the over-the-counter or OTC SCA products have already been granted FDA EMA approval, and 180 Life Sciences will be seeking approval for their unique synthetic versions, and offers patients a real alternative to unregulated consumption of medical cannabis, or again OTC or over-the-counter CBD. And then last but not least, you've got the family focused on ulcerative colitis, offering a number of benefits compared to the existing therapeutic options and a huge market opportunity for the organization. And the other thing I quickly wanted to throw in before I let you guys go is this research report or analyst report from Alliance Global Partners. This was put out back on November 16th of 2022, where James Malloy put out a $4 price target on 180 Life Sciences. And I will note that the price target shown here is pre-reverse split, meaning the current price target on the current share structure would be $80. So for those reasons, you guys, 180 Life Sciences is definitely one that I'm interested in and will be continuing to look into and add to my watch list. Again, focused on inflammation, which is one of the world's largest drivers of disease. And you're really getting that multi-prong approach. So the robust intellectual property or patent protected product pipeline that we talked about in today's video, the various near-term inflection points or catalysts in the organization, and those scientific pioneers backed by experienced operators in the health sciences space, and a well-rounded and extremely well-connected board of directors. Now, if you're still watching the video at this point in time, I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts on 180 Life Sciences, especially if you're holding shares, and how you think they stack up to some of the other therapeutic companies we've covered on the channel recently. If you're still here, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button, and if you're not part of the community, McNallie Money, feel free to join. We'd love to have you. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.